Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the MindTrainer Pro channel. Jason McNamara interviewing Maury Zelkovich, the creator, the neuroscientist behind the technology and MindTrainer Pro. And today we're going to be talking about why peak performance matters in pickleball, why you need to have focus. You need to be able to step up your game to win on and off the courts, and how brain entrainment can help you do just that. So, Maury, when you built MindTrainer Pro and you built MindTrainer Pro Pickleball, what were your intentions for these pickleball players?
Well, interestingly enough, pickleball came about because I was asked to do it. I'm sure you can imagine it probably wasn't something that jumped into my mindset right off the start. I happen to know someone who's I would call him a semi-professional in the sport, an influencer, if you will. And he was telling me that, in the last couple of years, pickleball's been picking up in its interest level like crazy. And he's noticing that he's not as dominant as he used to be when he was playing, and he said, "Is there something you can do to help me regain my dominance to, be more competitive in the sport?" And I said, "Sure, of course." He asked me what I could do, and I said, "Well, look, I can create a system that will help you to peak perform. It'll help you to focus better. It'll help you to be stronger. It'll help you to be faster. It'll help you to anticipate where the ball is going and what the other person is doing by optimizing your brain waves so that you are more aware of body language and angles and mathematics. Believe it or not, all these things are a very large part of optimizing performance in pickleball and anything else, really. So that's what I told him I could do. He got very excited, started jumping up and down, and said, "Can you please do it? Can you please do it?" And I did. And he started using it, and he told me that he was getting some really, really good results. At which point we decided, we have MindTrainer Pro. Pickleball, the way I understand it, is one of the fastest growing sports in the world right now, especially in the United States. And we thought, let's offer this to everybody. Why keep it a secret?
Yeah, why keep it a secret? That's the goal, right? Obviously, the peak performers, the people at the top, would like to keep it a secret, but that wouldn't be fair to everybody else, right? We like to level the playing field. So essentially, people can just simply subscribe to MindTrainer Pro Pickleball, grab a pair of over-the-ear headphones, sit back and listen, and get better on the courts. That's how you've designed this, right?
Yeah, that's correct. There's recordings in there that'll help you just before an event. There's recordings that help you prepare for events. There's recordings that help you every stage of the way, even to help you focus and to see the ball better and anticipate where it's going and anticipate all these things automatically without having to, manually, if you understand the term here, figure it out yourself. It kind of helps you to define these traits. What's the word I'm looking for? More in a intuitive fashion. So you're not actually thinking about doing it, you're just doing it. And that's really what being in the zone is all about.
Being in the zone. It's second nature. You don't have to try, you just do, right?
Like
So
Yoda, yeah.
exactly. I love it. So you're out here, people are able to tap into MindTrainer Pro Pickleball just by simply listening to it before the matches, even after the matches. And I understand brain entrainment is more than just triluminal recordings. It's more than just advanced binaural beats. You literally even made visual entrainment so people can focus on that little pickleball and make sure it doesn't leave their sight. It's first and front and center in their mind when they're on the courts. Can you go over, some of the arrays of technology that you're delivering inside of MindTrainer Pro Pickleball to help people peak perform?
Sure. Well, one of the biggest things we work for is to get people to stop being distracted, because that's the biggest problem. As soon as we start to focus on one area, we stop seeing all the other areas. So I'm looking here, I'm not seeing what's there. I'm looking here, I'm not seeing what's over here. So the idea is to optimize your brain. Your brain actually handles millions of actions per second, and it does it automatically. There's no real secret to this. There's no special talent that's required. It's simply a matter of using this knowledge to help us focus on multiple areas at once without actually concentrating on those areas. So it's kind of like a car. A car has an array. It has warning lights and it has speed markings and RPMs, and the lights are on, the lights are off, whatever. All these things are happening at the same time, but your attention is attracted to the specific area that you need it to be attracted to at that particular moment. So what we do is we use various technologies. We use our triliminal technology, which involves having me speak in the left ear for the right hemisphere of the brain and the right ear for the left hemisphere of the brain, in the center for both. And the reason for that is different parts of the brain interpret information and data in different ways. So we have different types of coding coming from here to go here and here to go here. And again, it's easy for your brain to compartmentalize all this information and get it working properly for you without you having to actually think about it. We also include a pulse tone inside of the triliminal. Bump, 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 bump. What that does is it puts your brain into a state called LTP, which stands for long-term potentiation. If you're not a scientist, that basically means it forms a new neural trench, as you like to call it, Jason, or a neural pathway to that information, making it kind of like you're drawing a map to new abilities in your own mind, in your own brain. We have something called VI recordings. They're 3-minute recordings. They involve the brainwave entrainment, the way I spoke to you about, blah, 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 blah. But they also have visual stimulation, and they're only 3 minutes long, and they help you to focus in on what you need to focus in on. So whatever program it is, in this case, pickleball, it shows people having fun, making incredible shots, seeing the ball, just enjoying themselves. Because ultimately, that's what the sport's about. It's about joy. Hey, it's great if you can win a championship, but ultimately it's there for physical fitness. It's there for your health. It's there for your happiness. That's what the point is. The rest of it is gravy or the cherry on top. We have shorter audio recordings that you can listen to in between matches, just before matches, that help bring back the full force of the full length recordings. These are very well thought out systems that, when used properly, can help you to optimize your brain and your mind so you have an unfair advantage. And really, it's effortless. How many systems, how many people in the world have developed, techniques that tell you, okay, to use this properly, I need you to listen carefully because this is very complex. Okay. I need you to put on a pair of stereo headphones. I need you to lie down, and I need you to have a nap for about half an hour, or for 5 minutes, or for 3 minutes. Not a lot of people will tell you that that's not a great way to learn something or a great way to optimize something, but actually it is a great way to learn something, and it is a great way to optimize something, because when we relax and we let down our guard and we have no expectations for ourselves, we just let it happen. That's the most optimal situation to be in order to learn something, in order to make something happen, is to not try, but to allow. And that's really the trick. And that's what MindTrainer Pro Pickleball is all about. It's about not getting you to try to be a better pickleball player, more effective, more efficient, faster, stronger, better. It's about allowing you to be a better player.
Wow. That's, everybody watching this, you definitely have our permission to be a better player. Maury, to me, it sounds like while you may have developed this system for peak performers, you developed a system for everybody. Because even a new pickleball player can probably gain years of experience in a much shorter time by leveraging their court time paired with Mind Trainer Pro Pickleball. Is that fair to say?
That is very fair to say. And you kind of alluded to a good point here as well, where when we exercise, when we go to the club, or when we go play pickleball, we're exercising and we're stretching and we're doing all kinds of different things with our muscles. The more we do it and the better way we do it, the healthier we become, the stronger we become. Now, the muscle groups that are helping you to make that incredible shot in pickleball are also available for you to use in other ways. It's not just about pickleball. All of our systems in the Mind Trainer Pro series work on the same philosophy, that it's not just about what we're targeting, because we're exercising the neural muscles, if you will. Anything those neural muscles can do should now be a little bit easier and a little bit better and a little bit more efficient as well. Because again, if you go for a walk every day, you're not just exercising your cardiovascular, you're not just exercising your legs so that all you can do is walk more. anything that muscle group is good for. And in your brain's case, everything, because it has to pass through your brain in order for you to experience it, is likely to get easier and better. So we have a lot of people who will use, say, MindTrainer Pro Pickleball, and they'll notice benefits in other parts of their lives as well. And that's not a mistake. That's not a happy circumstance. That is built into the system on purpose.
I love it. Well, Maury, you've done great work, and you bring up another point because there are multiple Mind Trainer Pro systems. So whether somebody needs help with weight loss, whether they need help getting better sleep, feeling better about themselves, having more clarity in life, more learning, more business success, there's systems for everybody. So it's not just on and off the course that Mind Trainer Pro is going to be helping everybody. I'm really hoping that the people watching this tap in, they give it a shot. It needs to become a habit, just like going to the gym, just like going to the courts. If you go and play pickleball once, the chances of you going again the second time and crushing it and beating all the competition aren't that high. But if you do make it a habit paired with Mind Trainer Pro, the results of actually getting where we just talked about is much, much higher. So your brain's ability to adapt, and Maury, you mentioned something, I'm going to use the big word, the scientific word neuroplasticity, right? Our brain's ability to dig those deeper neural trenches and pathways to spark up like a fireworks in the night is real. And it's up to you to tap into that, not just on the courts, but also off the courts, when you're doing your rest mode, when you're doing your relaxation, the food you're eating, all of it adds up into how well you're going to perform on the courts and in the rest of your life. So um, I know we're going to end this, and I want everybody to like this, comment if you have any questions. Make sure that you're able to share this if you know anybody that's wants to get better at pickleball, and subscribe to the channel because Maury and I are going to be back. We're going to be covering more of the Mind Trainer Pro systems. And if you have any questions, if you have a system that is not yet developed that you want developed, put it in the chat. We want to hear from all of our subscribers what you actually need, what goals you're doing, so that how Mind Trainer Pro can effectively help you get there faster is our goal. So thank you very much. Maury, any final thoughts for the viewers watching this?
Sure. I would just like everyone to realize that they're seeing this for a reason. They heard about this for a reason. You are not everything you can be. I do not believe the human being, the human race literally, is ever going to be everything it can be. And that's wonderful because that means there's no ceiling. Wherever you are, however happy you are, however peak performer you may already be, or may just aspire to be, you can be more than you are. You are more than you are. That is the human condition. It's constant evolution, it's constant movement forward. So keep it in your head, keep it in your mind, keep it in your soul that you are meant for more, always for more. That's why we have experience to teach us so that we can grow and be more. So that's what I want to share. And thank you very much.
I love that, Maury. You all heard that. You've already been winning, but now you're going to keep winning, and we're going to make sure you win more. Let's go. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.